Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Sorry I've not been here for a while, I've been ill. What a shame. Anyway, I'm feeling better now, so what I'm going to do this week is cook you a shepherd's pie. Summer's been and gone, we missed it because of me, and now winter's here, and this is a lovely dish to keep your family going, and it's not that expensive. So I'll show you how to do a traditional recipe, and if you watch me, I'm sure you'll enjoy making it. Anyway, follow along and I'll show you how it's done. First thing you do with this recipe is you peel some potatoes. Get yourself a nice good quality one, and the reason you do your potatoes first is you need to let these cool down before you add them to the recipe. So I think everybody knows how to peel a potato, so I'll do that. And you do enough potatoes to cover the tray that you're using, and you want to go for about 1 inch depth or 25 mil, so that covers it. Okay, that's the size of the potato you want. You don't want them too big, so they cook evenly. Put those in the water and boil them. Right, okay, potatoes are in there. Next thing to do, put some salt in there, good helping, and then bring these up to the boil, and then when they're soft, we take them out and mash them. Meanwhile, we get the rest of the vegetables ready. The vegetables we're using for this are celery, carrot and onion, and you chop these up and then you put them in with the mince once the mince is cooked. Last but not least, peel and chop the onion. Okay, vegetables are done, but before we can go any further, we have to cook the mincemeat. I'm using 5% fat so that you've not got too much liquid. What we do is cook this off first, drain the liquid out, and then add the vegetables and the seasoning. So I'll show you how you do that. Olive oil in the pan. Don't have to use olive oil, use whatever oil you want. I've just got olive oil to hand, so get that up to temperature and then put in your mince. Time to put the mince in, so we now put all the mince in at once, and then once you put it in your pan, make sure that you break it up, otherwise it will go into lumps, which you don't want. Now what we do is we put the vegetables in with the mince, and you can see the mince is pretty well cooked, and there's not much liquid in there because I've used a low fat content mix. If you use something that's a bit more fatty, then you will want to drain that off before you add the vegetables in. So here we go, we put in the celery, the carrots and the onion, and then we'll combine them, mix them all together and cook them for a while. And just cook them until they're all combined. Right, I don't have a lid to fit this pan because it's very big. So what you do is you get yourself a bit of film or kitchen foil, put it over the top, and that acts as your lid. Time to check your potatoes, see if they're cooked through, see if they're soft. Got to be soft enough to mash, and I'd say we're about there. Okay, mashing time. That's what your potatoes look like after they're boiled, nice soft consistency. With that, we then add some butter, some milk, and we give it a good mash up, get it all to a nice soft consistency, and then you must let this go cold before you add it to your mince. So here we go. That's what that looks like before you start to add in the milk and the butter. You need a good amount of butter in there. I'd say, oops, around about 100 grams. And then you put some milk in. Don't make it swim in the milk, but you want enough in there to loosen all the liquid into the potato. And just keep mashing this and stirring it until you get a lovely soft consistency. There's the consistency for your mashed potato. Not lumpy, nice and smooth. Once that's done, put that aside and let it go cold. Now take the lid off and we give this a good stir, and then we'll add in some more ingredients. That's all combined together now, and it's quite a dry mix. So what we do is we'll add in some ground black pepper, a nice good helping of it, and then some salt, and then we want some English mustard, a nice teaspoonful, around about that amount. But remember, as you go along, taste this so that you know what it's like. And then we're going to put in some Worcester sauce. You can always add more. And then lastly, some tomato puree. And give that a stir. And once we've mixed it in and it's all incorporated, we put the lid in it and then come back and taste it. Now we make up our stock. We've got those ingredients in there, what we showed you earlier, and pour all this in, and then once it's mixed in, we'll add that into our ingredients. What we do now is pour that into the pan. Make sure it's all thoroughly mixed up. Got a little bit in the bottom here, so it could be a good chance to add a little bit more liquid in there. And then give that a good stir, and then let that simmer for a while. Our mince is now cooked, and what we do now is drain this off into a bowl, because what is drained off becomes your gravy. Now this can be a bit awkward because it's a heavy pan, so be careful because you might spill it all over the place. Okay, right, now that that's drained off, that becomes your gravy. We now put this back into the pan and you put it onto a medium heat, and what we're going to do is incorporate some flour into that. And you get some plain flour, and you want about a tablespoon of flour to go in there. Find me tablespoon. There it is. Okay, so tablespoon of plain flour, sprinkle it over there, and then mix that in, stir it around and just cook off the flour. That's our gravy. We'll give that a stir and a taste, just to make sure we don't need anything else. That's great. So what we do now is we take our mixture of beef mince and we'll put it into the dish that we're going to cook it in, and that will allow it to cool down. There it is in the bowl you're going to cook it in, and what you do now is you allow that to cool down before you put the mashed potato on it. Everything is ready. The mince has cooled down, so has the potato. All remains now is just to assemble it and put it in the oven. So I'll show you how to do that now. Right, okay, we're now ready for the final part, which is to smooth the mashed potato all over the mince. Get it as even as you can. Next stage, get yourself a fork and draw some lines across it all the way over there, and do this both sides. And then the final stage, get some small pieces of butter and just dot them over the top of the mixture. Don't have to be too precise because it's going to melt, and this just gives a nice even colour. There we are, final assembly finished. That now goes into the oven for about 20 minutes, 180 degrees, until the top goes brown, then it's ready to eat. Hello, right, here we are. It's all cooked, it's all ready. I'm going to get Jack to taste it because my sugar levels are a little bit high at the moment. So he can go in and have a go.
That's it, we're gonna do it. It smells lovely and it looks lovely too.
You can serve it up with whatever vegetables you want. French beans, baked beans, peas, carrots, anything you like.
Anything. Really anything.
It's English, do what you want.
Yeah, you can cover it in chocolate sauce if you want. Right. It's really hot.
I'm glad you're eating it.
Right.
I haven't got asbestos lips. Huh? How is it? Good as mum's?
Better.
Better? Oh God, that's it. Now we're in trouble.
Shit. Yeah, no, it's really good. Really, really good. And I've never made a shepherd's pie before.
The original recipe for this comes from the late, great Gary Rhodes. Right, he's the one who we got this recipe from. And we have this many, many times. My wife usually makes this and she makes it to perfection. So I hope I've done it justice. Yeah?
I thought you were talking about the first shepherd's pie ever. Yeah, no, really good. Really, really nice. You can taste the Worcester sauce. You can taste the nice hint of the mustard coming through at the end. And the gravy and the stock is super good. Super, super good because it comes from all that nice meat juice, doesn't it?
Good.
Lovely.
Anyway, it's good to be back and hopefully the health will get a bit better and we'll be back making some more recipes.
This is it.
So we'll see you again. Thanks for turning up again,
worries,
Jack.
yeah, that's right, mate.
Okay.
Take
See
it
you
easy.
soon. Bye.
Bye.